Welcome to the Andy Ruther Show. Here's your host, Andy Ruther.
Welcome to the Andy Ruther Show. That is me, Andy Ruther. I'm back. Took a week off. Took a week off last week, which, truth be told, I kind of need. I just needed a week off. Not that this is like so mentally or physically straining. It's definitely not. I just took a week off. Got caught up in life and just want to hit the recharge button. And here I am. So it's good to be back. Good to be back from the old basement here in my little office podcast studio. Yeah. I think today might be a little tougher one, I think, for me. Our country, man. You know, on this show, you guys know I like to have fun for the most part, riff about stupid things, talk about my kids, which I will, my two little girls. I just, after everything yesterday, it's just like you feel it. You feel it in the air. At least I do. It's just it's not good. Everybody wants to fight everybody. And this murder of Charlie Kirk, who, the truth be told, like I didn't really follow Charlie too closely. I live in my own bubble. That's what's like a lot of people. I'm just out here in good old Cincinnati, Ohio, the 513. I'm just trying to raise my kids, trying to do better for them, and learning a lot as a new dad here the last 3 years. Obviously I knew who he was. I know his shtick, as far as going to campuses. I knew who he was. I didn't follow him too closely. Um, but it's not good when we're killing people. You know, I'll start there. I'll start there. And I don't know, it's left me like I think it's changed. You know, my life has changed having two little girls now. Your perspective changes. Anybody will tell you that when you go through things in life, whether you lose somebody, you get married, you have kids, like when you do certain things, your perspective on life changes. Um, so mine has changed a lot since my two girls were born about 2.5 years ago, in the last 2.5 years. And just I'm a guy that I am a big advocate. You guys know this if you've listened to me, if you've ever followed me. Uh, Big advocate of having discussions with people you don't agree with, or just having open dialogue and confronting people you might not share views with, having what I would deem cordial conversations. Um, and that's why, like, for me, when I see this killing, you're like, it's not even about what somebody was saying, because I am also a huge, staunch First Amendment guy, freedom of speech. Um, that's been something for me forever, probably because I started as a stand-up comedian, that the First Amendment is just so important that you should be able to speak your mind. Whether you are the most hateful, vile, worst person alive, that's one of the great rights that you have in this country, that it was founded on. The base, the rock, the foundation, right? That's what's so great about America. I can sit in my basement right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and just talk about whatever. Just talk stupid stuff, talk funny stuff, talk about anything I want. That is one of the great freedoms and truth be told, privileges that we have in our country, is the First Amendment. And everyone should have that. Doesn't matter whether it's somebody you completely disagree with, like I said, somebody who's just an awful, vile person. Everyone has that. So when I see violence, a targeted murder on somebody for speaking their mind, it's very troublesome. It's extremely troublesome. It's disturbing. And I don't advocate, and people shouldn't, and they will, and that's part of probably why I'm so shaken up. Just how people want to see somebody destroyed because they don't agree with them or they don't believe what they say. That's just messed up. It is. Dude, you could be a Ku Klux Klan member giving a speech. I don't think you should be shot, right? You might be an awful, terrible person just spewing awful things. I don't think you should be shot. I value life. I think we should value life. And I think that's part of the problem. I think that's part of the problem now is that everybody goes online and they go on social media and suddenly it's like they don't value life. They don't value other people. And that's scary. That's a scary place to be. Not just as a country, as a world, whatever it is. Like we should value human life. We should. And what's troubling for me, again, as a guy who firmly believes in free speech and the First Amendment, it's next level disturbing that somebody who would go on college campuses literally to debate people, to have an open dialogue with people he disagrees with. Now, I'm sure a lot of it was set up in his favor. Again, I never followed the videos of Charlie Kirk, and I know his shtick. The point was he was willing to engage with people in basically a town hall forum of discussion, which is what colleges should be, in my opinion, to have an open debate. And the fact that he was killed while doing that is deeply troublesome. Whether it was him or somebody else, it's deeply troublesome. And people want to turn everything into something, oh, I agree with him, I disagree with it. Like, guys, to me, it's not even about that. It's not even about his points. I've seen some things he said. There's some things he said that I disagree with. There's some things he said that I've probably agreed with. Both ways. Like, I don't really care. To me, it's not about that at all. It's about wanting people to die or just having zero empathy in general that we have in this country for each other at this point. It's ridiculous. It's not good. Now, I think there's lots of reasons. I think social media is one of the main reasons. I think people want to go in their bubbles. They want to go online. I talk about it all the time. And they want to debate and they want to argue and they want to fight with strangers. That's bizarre. Do something with your life. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Find meaning is what I always say. Find meaning. There's no meaning to that. There's just no meaning. And look, we can get conspiratorial or whatever. Do I think that there are other countries or bad characters pushing this stuff for us to fight each other? Yeah, 100%. 100% I feel that way. And people buy it hook, line, and sinker. They do. I don't have time for that, nor do I want to do that. That's negative energy. Not that I'm always Mr. Positive. I'm not. But like, I don't have time for that. I got a 2.5-year-old and an 8-month-old. I don't want to be bogged down in that world. I don't want to be arguing with strangers. That is void of anything to me. That means nothing. It means nothing. But it's a game, and everybody does it on both sides of the political aisle. And we do this, and then everybody argues, and then everybody gets worked up. I was thinking about something, and I think I've said this before. I was thinking about something the last 24 hours with all this stuff happening, and I was thinking something my dad said to me. I'll never forget it. And I'll definitely teach this to my daughters. We were watching a game. I don't know how young I was. We were watching a sports game. And I said I hated this guy on the other team. I said I hated him. And I'll never forget my dad corrected me. He said, "You don't hate him. You dislike him because he plays for the other team. It's not your team. You dislike him. You don't hate him. You don't hate people, Andy." And you know why that stuck with me so much? My dad was not like a kumbaya hippie type guy. No. He was like a diehard conservative Republican his whole life. So I was a little surprised to hear like that from my dad. Because my dad would say things that were inappropriate for sure, off color things, or, you know, things you're like, oh, dad, that's kind of racist. He'd say, that's what I'm saying. Like, he would say stupid things at times. I'm not trying to throw my dad under a bus. He would. I'll just be honest. But I'll never forget him saying that and being like, you don't hate this guy. You just like it. And he even went further to just say, like, he doesn't like the word hate. And I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And that really stuck with me my whole life. I try not to use the word hate. Now I do sometimes. Even with like, I know this might sound ridiculous to you guys, but even with like a food item, I try not to say, oh, I hate that. I'll say I dislike it. And I particularly like or try to not use the word hate when it comes to another person. Oh, I hate that person. I hate that athlete. I hate that celebrity. And it's just because it's such a powerful emotion, hate. To hate something. You can dislike something. You can share a lot of disdain. It's just that word, it means a lot. And I think we've been living in these times, sadly, where people hate someone else based on their political beliefs, based on their background, based on whatever it is. And you see it spill out, and you go on social media and people celebrating someone's death. And for me that's really messed up. Like I said, it's really messed up. And we see it more now. We see it more now for sure. And this doesn't mean that there aren't bad people out there in general. You can have your opinions, but it doesn't mean that there aren't bad people, because there are. I think the first time we kind of saw this was when the CEO died, when the CEO was murdered, the healthcare CEO by Luigi Mangione, right? Now, I've always said on record, and I stand by this, on record, I don't ever advocate for the murder of somebody. But with him, I've always said, I understand why people didn't have any sort of like empathy, because you're the CEO of a big healthcare company. Millions of people were affected. And I don't even know if I'm justifying that. All I'm saying is I understand. Again, it's just trying to look at things from a different point of view, from maybe somebody else's point of view. But I also don't justify the guy being murdered. Because what has changed? I just don't think anything's changed. I don't think that's the answer. I never have. Murder, killing, any of that. Those are bad things. Those are not good things. So I'm not gonna sit there and celebrate it. To me, it's bizarre behavior to celebrate a murder of somebody. And I'm sure people will counter me, and I'm sure people would say, hell, there's reasons why X, Y, and Z, someone's murder should be celebrated. But it's just very troubling to see how everyone is just so quick to go online, go into their echo chamber or go into their side, and then we just start arguing, and we just keep doing this over and over. Like, can we breathe? I tell my 2.5-year-old when she's worked up, just breathe. This is what I need to tell myself sometimes. Just breathe. Take a step back. Let's just breathe. Take a deep breath. I know this is so ridiculous, but it's true. And just breathe. I do think there are I don't know whether it's other countries or I think, they want to do this to us and it's working. I mean, even yesterday, start the conspiracies. That's a professional shooter, is it not? That's a professional shooter who did this. That's a trained sniper. That's my view. That's a professional. That's an agent of somewhere. Whether that's within our own government, I don't know. Whether that's a different country, I don't know. Which is again also like deeply disturbing to me. Deeply disturbing. Now, the Wall Street Journal, I saw this, said that investigators have found ammunition engraved with expressions of transgender and anti-fascist ideology inside the rifle that authorities believe was used on Charlie Kirk. Like, I roll my eyes when I see that, to be honest. I'm like, how convenient. Again, just get us to divide. Like I know a lot of people say, oh, you're being a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't like, this is kind of, this all goes into one for me, like what I struggle with, everyone being angry, but also the level of distrust that I have along with millions of people for our own government. It's not good, man. It's not good. Because then you just don't care. And the problem is then when you don't care, then nothing changes. But I don't even have an answer to that because again, you live in your own bubble. I can't spend all my day caring about this stuff when I just got to get through my day. I think a lot of people feel like this, right? You got to get through your day. You got to pay the bills. You got to pay the mortgage. You got to pick up your kids from school. You got to give your kid chicken tenders before they go to bed. Like I can't spend all my day worried about the Epstein files. Do I think the Epstein files thing is next level messed up? Yeah. Like, it's disturbing. It's disgusting. Have I delved into a lot of that the last few months? Yeah, like a lot of us have. But it doesn't consume me. It can't. I'm trying to get a baby not to blow out a diaper just one day. Just one day. Stop just blowing out a diaper, blowing out through your sleep sack, blowing out on your bed sheets, which I'll get to later. So I can't spend my whole day on this, is my point. But people are doing it, which is mind-blowing. People like me with families, with little kids. They just consumes their whole day. Social media. Want to argue with people. Want to debate. It's just not good, guys. And again, it's easy to get us to attack each other when you're on social media. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm just saying how I feel right now, obviously. It's difficult. I don't like to see it. In the future, man, like, again, I have little girls. Like, I want this world to be a better place for them than it was for me. But there's just so much uncertainty right now. And I don't know if the 60s were like this. Rest in peace to my parents. I wish they were still here. I'd love to talk to them from their point of view, or, just like, what was it like after Kennedy was assassinated, Martin Luther King Jr. were assassinated, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. assassinated, Malcolm X. It's like you go through all these people who were murdered. You don't want to repeat that, right? You don't want to go back to that. These videos are real tough for me. I don't know about you guys. Like, they're tough for me to watch. It leaves an impression on me. Like, I didn't like to watch the video of him get shot. It's tough. The video of that woman getting stabbed to death on the subway, it's tough. Watching the George Floyd death, I know people are gonna argue, and I don't really care. Like the cops choking, like that's tough. Those are all difficult things to watch, you know? And you see it. I don't know how it can't leave an impression on you when you see these things. Like, again, why is everyone just so angry? That's the question I always come back to. I guess that's the $1,000,000 question. Why is everyone so angry? It's like I always say, dude, you can pull this thing up and you can order food that's delivered right to your door, man. I mean, it's not a bad time to be living, right? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be angry, I guess, but my thing goes back to violence is not gonna. I'm not trying to be like we all need to get together and hold hands. I'm not saying that, but like it just solves nothing. It just solves nothing. And then everybody wants to blame everybody. Like I've seen some people blaming South Park. It's insane. It's insane. You know, the Democrats are going to blame the Republicans are going to blame the Democrats. People are blaming South Park because they parodied and mocked Charlie Kirk recently, which was a brilliant episode. It was funny. It was hilarious. Nothing about that episode made him get murdered. Sorry. You know, I'm one of those people as well. That's ridiculous. It's the same way Eminem used to rant. Like, my music is not making kids shoot up schools. And I agree. I agree. He even enjoyed the episode from what I saw, I thought. I thought he had posted some stuff on social. But it's just like everybody there are a lot of factors that happen for these things to occur. And again, like I just don't buy, I just don't buy. I think somebody professionally did this. That's kind of a through line for me, which is like a whole other discussion. Like we don't even there's so many questions around that assassination attempt on Donald Trump. We don't even know. We don't know it. Nobody talks about it. We don't know nothing. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nobody talks about that there was an assassination attempt on the former president that was running again for president. Like nobody talks about that anymore. Like that's nuts to me. There's just nobody like really brings it up. Or like those two politicians in Minnesota that were killed a few months ago. Like nobody brings that up. Like, I don't know. But the same token, it's like I can't invest all this time and energy, like I said, because I got to deal with my kids and I'm just trying to have fun. Right. Like I am I'm in a good position because I work for a brand account. So when I go on social media, it's normally to see what are these other brands doing. It's fun stuff. It's marketing, it's content. Like I don't know why people get bogged down in this. You know? Like go for walks, people. Get some sun. Get outside. Just stop yelling at everybody. Because I don't know about you guys. Like I don't feel this. I don't feel like when I go out to the grocery store, I don't feel like everybody hates everybody. Like I don't get that vibe. And that's kind of the narrative you see when you go online is that everybody hates everybody. I don't get that vibe at all. I think there's a lot of good people out there, and I think you have to remain optimistic because we do have a lot of good things. And one of those things should be able to go on college campuses. That should be a good positive thing, and you can have debates and open forums. I've never understood it. I've never understood when people want to prevent somebody from speaking. That's not how this country was in the 60s. That's not how this country used to be. You'd have open discussions. You'd have open-ended forums to air your ideas. And if they're stupid, you'll get dismissed. That's the way it should be. Because both sides do it. Both sides want to cancel each other all the time. And also, we should just be aware of what we say. There's an idea, like I always say. Be aware of what you say. And don't think you have to share your opinion on everything. I'll go back to just take a deep breath. Like I tell my daughter, girl, just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You don't have to respond. You don't have to comment. You just don't on every little thing. You don't have to comment. You can sit this one out. But like we're addicted. We're just like, I have to respond. I have to respond. I have to respond to that last football play. I have to respond to that speech that they made. Y'all need to just chill, man. I don't know what we need. I don't have the answers. I can't even get, my kids in order. I need help with that. I got a baby who's literally blown out her diaper. She's on like a Cal Ripken streak of blowing out diapers. And if you don't have kids, what I mean is like she's blowing diarrhea out the diaper. And I don't know how she does it physically, but she gets it above, like it goes up her butt crack. So it's like on her back. On one hand, it's impressive. On the other hand, it's disgusting, and I'm sick of cleaning it up. The amount of time she's just blown out on the way home from daycare or from going out with Brittany or I. It's like, how many times am I cleaning the car seat? Dude, she had a blowout. I don't even know how to describe it. She had a blowout last week. I went in her room in the middle of the night. She had just, she's in a sleep sack to sleep at night. She had been just rolling around in her own feces, just rolling. It was like all the way up her back and her sides, and then it had somehow eked out, and like she was like rubbing her hands in it. Like I picked her up and I just go, she's got to take a bath. She's got to take a bath at 2 a.m. You have to take a bath. I threw her in the bathtub and Brittany's like, what are you doing? I was like, you need to get the sheets out of Molly's room. They're just covered in shit. It's everywhere. Just covered. Everywhere. It's so disgusting. And she's done that multiple times now. You just got to take her out of the sleep sack and shit. We've just been pitching stuff. You just got to pitch it. Like yesterday, she did it again on the way home from daycare. I go, I'm sick of cleaning. I'm sick of cleaning poop out of the sink and then throwing it in the washing machine. I'm just so sick of it. It like morally deflates you. You're just like morally deflated. You're just like, I can't do this again. Now you see what, like, I can't get too vested in what's going on, or like I can't get too vested in somebody's political career. Because I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted. It's 2 a.m. My daughter just blew up her diaper again. I need to get some sleep. It's just, she's teething and that can cause diarrhea. I don't know, more teeth are coming in. Dude, it's insane though. The blowouts. It's like a streak she's on. Just nonstop. Like my oldest daughter never did that. She like would have some blowouts, but like, dude, Molly went through, I'm not exaggerating, I think she went through 3 or 4 outfits one day last week, like at the peak of this. She just kept blowing out diapers at daycare. And we have outfits, our outfits on reserve up there. She just kept blowing out her diaper. I was like, oh, this is awful. This is just absolutely awful. But again, in the scheme of things, like, it's first world problems, man. Like, I get annoyed, don't get me wrong. I get frustrated. It's just baby poop, man. It's just at the end of the day, it's just baby poop. I try to have perspective. I don't always have perspective, and I can be a jerk or I can be an asshole. I know that. It's just baby poop, though. And I think okay, like that's the word I want to use when it comes to like what's going on in our country, what's going on with everybody. Social, it's like perspective. Can we just have some perspective, man? I started the show. I was like, I don't like what I'm feeling in the air. I don't. There's a lot of negative juju out there, a lot of anger. But like we're doing this from the comfort of our own homes for the most part. We're going online. We're complaining. We're arguing. While we have reality TV on in the background. So like perspective. Let's just have a little perspective, right? I don't know, man. This shit is short, guys. I'll tell you that much. This shit is short. Life is short. And sadly, we saw that yesterday. But like you don't know how long you have. And you got to just savor it. You got to take advantage of it. Spend the time. I know it's cliche, but spend the time with your family, spend the time with your loved ones. Now that I have 2 little girls, like I think about that all the time. I first started thinking about when my parents died, but I think about it really now of like those moments that you have. And just like when I see my daughter Isla now, when how much she loves her sister and she's trying to hold her hand, and I got some really adorable videos of her hugging her, and she's just always like it's powerful for me, man. Like next level. Like I get worked, I get like choked up, Like that's something. That's what I'm here for right now. And just those moments when I see them together and fully being aware that I'm not going to be here forever, but hoping that they can maintain a good relationship and that they can have each other's back and that they can have love for each other and that I can instill that as a father. Because this time is precious. And that's why like I don't celebrate when somebody dies. I just don't. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't. I think there's something off with you when you do. Truthfully. I don't know everything Charlie Kirk said. I saw some things. Again, I've seen things over the years, things I agree with, things I disagree with. I had 2 little kids. It's tough. I can grow up without a father, And it's even tougher when we don't know who did this or was there a huge play here from other country? That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't know. And everything's just complicated. And we'll probably never get the answer. That's what sucks about all this for me. I like getting answers on things. It's not easy. Like that's the part that I always struggle with, like with my mom dying, is like we got answers, but we never really got answers. I'll never know if she really had the underlying condition of cancer. There's something else going on with her because she went too quickly and then she hit the hospital. She died, right? And like that is a tough one for me to sit on. That is a tough one. Because you play the game, could you done anything else? I do with my dad all the time too. Especially now we're coming up. His birthday's next week, the anniversary of his death. And it's like, is there anything I could have done to help prevent these things? You know, at the end of the day, it's short. It's short. And I guess my theme on all this is like, don't hate everybody. You can be frustrated. You can have your opinions on all sides. I don't really care. Don't spend your time online, man. Unless you're watching this show. I just want us to get along, man. I just maybe I'm naive. Just get along more. I don't know. All this stuff scares me. AI, all this shit. I'm like, what's the future with my daughters? What's the future with them? What's the future? What's the future with all this stuff? I don't know. I feel like we're in uncharted waters. It's a little scary. But it is nice that I can hop on a pizza tracker and see if my Domino's is ready. Like there are benefits to this stuff. You know, there are benefits. All right, guys. I think I got it off my chest. You know what? I wanted to just talk what was on my mind. I'm just gonna shoot from the hip there and be straight up with you guys. What's the hotline? What is it here? Here we go. Andy Ruther Show hotline, 859-935-0078. Give a shout. It's always available. I think that's it. All right, guys. You can follow me at Andy Ruther. You know where to subscribe to the show. It's all there. Have a good week. Give somebody a hug for me. Give somebody a kiss for me. Tell them you love them. Remember, guys, we're not here forever. So just take advantage of it. That's my advice. Take advantage of it. Hang with your boys. Do what you got to do. I don't know, but I'm out. Much love. Peace.